All right, welcome back, guys, to the third period, where your North Oakland Eagles currently trail Downriver United with a score of 3-2. The Eagles notched a 2-1 lead off of a Noah Voss goal, but then gave up back-to-back shorthanded goals in the span of about 30 seconds. And that's where we find ourselves now, the Eagles trailing by 1. We'll see what adjustments they made in the locker room and how they'll come out now, as that's onto the stick of Mason Rodriguez, the captain. Rodriguez dekes through. Up top, sends a shot in. Looking out in front for a tip from Sanchez. That one just high as Patrick Riney catches an edge and... Tough break there for Patrick. It happens to the best of us, you know? I wouldn't know because I was a goalie and also a much better skater than he is. But regardless, that face-off tied up, and now Sanchez holds. Looking for O'Dowd, that pass just a little behind him. O'Dowd sends it out in front, looking for a tip in front. O'Dowd put a little bit of lumber on that one, just wide. Although way off sides and gonna be whistled down. Mikey Leroy rushing back to get on sides just a little bit late. Mason Rodriguez didn't see him. So face-off in the neutral zone. I could go for a roller dog right now. I wouldn't mind a roller dog.
Or torpedo.
I've actually never had one.
Get us a jalapeno on the steak.
I don't like spice.
No, it's not spicy at all. Have they announced the 50-50 yet?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah. I'm not sure what the number was.
It was 6, 8, 6, 7. I think it was.
No, it was like 6-1, 6-2. Regardless, fanning on that pass. Good opportunity now as Mikey Leroy pokes that one in deep. Zach Perkins rifles that around onto the stick of Cade Wesner. Wesner up ahead. That stretch pass looking for Cousino just out of reach. Riney lays a nice hit there on Cousino. Here come the Eagles. Mikey Leroy coming down the near side. Dekes around. Gonna look out in front. Nobody home in front. That pass kicked away by Petarka. Eagles gonna have to back check a little bit as Cousino was back checking. Riney up ahead to Rodriguez. As there's a late hit. Whoa! Owen Fulcher gonna head to the bench. Little bit of tension. I wouldn't be surprised if... Wow, they're only gonna give him 2 minutes there. Cameron Cousino, Rodriguez brushed into him on the boards, but... there's no reason to go after him after the play like that. And that's another thing that you'll see with a lot of players, is especially good players that come from AAA, saying they have anger issues is an understatement. So Cousino heads to the penalty box as now shorthanded opportunity for Vina. But that one smothered by Fulcher. I thought that was the Better Call Saul theme for a second. For a moment.
That was a late.
Yeah, it's just that's just a head scratcher. That's one of those where it's just kind of like,
Why would you do that?
you're winning the game. Yeah, things might be getting tense because it's a close game, but there's really no reason to ever do that. As Danny Archie holds on to it. That one taken away. Held in by Dollar up as he sends that one deep. Handled by Wallace. Wallace gonna send that one down. Takes a hop. Fulcher just backhands that one. Nobody home, so Vina gonna get a good hop on it. Mason Young does a good job disrupting there. And he now holds. Onto the stick, Archie. Looking for Poulton just behind him. And Nolan Poulton gonna take his time. He can fly. Now cutting around. Gets towards the middle. Works in that shot. Safe. He can get in. Scores! Nolan Poulton with a power play goal. Calhoun just couldn't squeeze it. Poulton beats him 5-hole. We're all knotted up at 3. It's a power play goal. North Oakland ties things back up at 3. Nolan Poulton, we were saying it as he was breaking in, but He has some wheels and he has some moves, able to cut into the middle, and a trickler just goes by Calhoun. So some new life for the Eagles as at the beginning, as Cousino works in, that shot gloved down. So again, Owen Fulcher, that catcher instinct showing off. Watch it in, squeezed it. So Mason Young getting the assist there. I think Danny Archie was on that one as well. That face-off one back, Voss is going to play that off the boards. Everhard now handles. Looking, trying to stretch it up for Jackson Hill. Wallace in the way of that one. As Warden passes that down to Wasner. Wasner drops it back for Cousino. Cousino looking out in front. Dangerous pass there. Eagles fortunate. Petrarca whiffed on that. Although it is held in. Going to be turned away. Loose puck. Ooh, dangerous rebound there from Fulcher. Cousino missed the net, and now Jackson Hill weaves his way through the zone. Now to the neutral zone, catches an edge. Second edge catch we've seen out of North Oakland. Could be an ice issue, could be a skates issue. And net's off. Really good.
Get down there.
So again, as someone who's played at DSC many times over the course of his hockey career, I think I can speak for all goalies when I say that the pegs for these nets are terrible. You slide into the net, it is coming flying off. As Riney dishes that one around. Gadberry on it. Looking out in front. And a penalty called. So they're gonna call Patrick Riney for interference as the NDP student section immediately races towards him. So North Oakland heads to the penalty kill now. So that one through the stick of Warden. Warden holds it, working in. Shot is blocked, loose in front and almost covered off the side of the net. Working in and now covered. So a little bit stressful there for Fulcher. He's able to stand tall and cover that one. And you guessed it, the net came off the moorings again. As looks like Fulcher, oh, he's gonna try to pour some water on the pegs, see if that'll freeze him in. As someone who's tried that before, it won't. It doesn't do anything. As that face-off one back onto the stick of Cameron Cousino. And good stick from Xavier Sanchez, that one all the way up and over. Rodriguez plays it, chips up around. Archie battling for possession there. Held in by Petrarca. Now behind the net, O'Dowd. He can kill a little bit of clock if he wants to. He does, now gonna send it down. Sanchez able to chase that one down, so he has it behind the net. Spinning, that shot saved by Calhoun. Calhoun sprawling. And now numbers coming the other way. Warden brings it in for Downriver. Looking to pass that across. Cousino off the helmet of Fulcher in the iron. And then sent out. Good save by Owen Fulcher. Got him right on the side of the head. Very fortuitous bounce. As Rodriguez is going to send that one down the length of the ice. Ooh, dangerous play from Calhoun there. Sanchez sticks his stick out a little bit. He could be in a little bit of trouble there. It's Calhoun. Looking for Wasner. That pass jarred away. Sanchez cuts underneath it. Sends that into the skates of Moole. Backdoor picked off. So now 2-on-3 coming for North Oakland. That one dumped in, glove dangerously. And gonna get sent down. If they leave this, this is gonna be an icing. And it will be. Huh. So an icing on Downriver, looking for a stretch pass there, but nobody home, and now in a little bit of a odd position, as being on the power play in your own zone is always finicky. If North Oakland wins this face-off, they can always just skate this back to their own end and kill the remaining 13 seconds off. As that one played up ahead. As Fulcher pushed that into the corner. Dollar up, sends it up. Held in, but out of the zone. All right, so North Oakland back at full strength. Patrick Riney out of the penalty box. Again, all knotted up at 3, 11:21 left to go in the third period, just past 10 p.m. Fulcher having a pretty solid night in net. Calhoun doing well of his own. Something he does need to limit. Both these goalies need to limit those rebounds. There have been some juicy rebound opportunities in what has been an exciting, physical, and hard-fought game, as that one battling in is Mason Rodriguez. As don't have a name on number 11. That's into the skates of London. London up ahead, onto the stick of Everhard. Everhard chips that up, was looking for a breaking out Mason Young. So that one seared away, onto the stick of Dollar up. Dollar up. Looking for someone on the other end of the boards, nobody there. Wallace now holds. Chips that up ahead. All right, so it looks like we're going to have offsetting penalties here, as Big X Xavier Duran getting called for a late hit, and then I guess retaliation called on Gabe Wallace. So we're going to go 5-on-5 here. So a rough on Duran and a trip on Wallace. We're going to go 5-on-5. You know, you got to admire the initiative. It's been a physical game all day. If you got the chance, why not drop someone? So again, 5-on-5 here, offsetting penalties. So both will sit, but they won't go up on the scoreboard, as Warden brings it down on the near side. To the forehand, that one off the stick of O'Dowd and out. Face-off, going to be to the right of Fulcher. So last game we covered, the Eagles fell in overtime to Lakes area, a game where they were without 3 of their typical starters. As Archie out on Kairos, a religious retreat. Sanchez and London out on suspension. And that was a game that they played close against a very high-quality opponent. As Mikey Leroy runs through, and now Cousino gets the angle, works in. He fans on that shot, and covered by Fulcher. Fulcher up to 14 saves. 10-10 left here in the third. We're at 3-3. Downriver has very interesting team. Somewhat light schedule, and they, for a period, they were winning games 8-0, then losing them 8-0, then winning them 8-0, and that went on for quite some time as Riney chips that up ahead. On the stick of Mikey Leroy. Not as fast as Poulton, but he does have some good moves as Cousino knocks that off the stick. Looking out in front onto the stick of O'Dowd. O'Dowd going to send a shot in, tipped by Rodriguez, and out. So O'Dowd has a little bit of forecheck coming in the form of Caden Petrarca. Going to send that over to Patrick Riney. Riney up ahead. That one, lazy pass picked off by Cousino. Works in and scores. Bad pass there from Patrick Riney. That's one that'll leave you scratching your head. I mean, Cousino really just staring you down on the train tracks there. I'm not sure why you'd go and try to pass that up ahead. And that costs them, as the Eagles now trail by 1 with 9:31 left. And we saw how much of a struggle it was for them to get the the other goal. We'll see how they go. So bad pass from Riney, then not a great angle. And that is an unassisted goal for Cameron Cousino. That's his second of the game. As Archie works in, has that one knocked off his stick. Poulton up ahead to Voss. Voss gets beat there. Archie hustling back, hands that to Voss, who dumps it in. Circling around, Perkins is on it. Favaro forechecking for the Eagles. Archie sends a shot on net. That one turned away, Calhoun. Second shot whistles wide, net off the moorings. If I had $1 for every time I said the net came off the posts, I could probably buy a couple roller dogs. And I wouldn't mind that. So 4-3 is the score. Owen Fulcher just got sort of caught between a rock and a hard place. Not much you can do there when the leading scorer for the other team has a wide open walk-in shot. So that's a tough break for the Eagles, but their offense has been playing really well. As there's a breakaway, Henry Vina going to work in on Fulcher now. Forehand, that shot beats Fulcher glove side. It's just been lazy plays that are costing the Eagles. We saw it earlier. We saw the two shorthanded goals were just because people weren't back checking, weren't paying attention to the puck. The fourth goal, a result of a not great pass from Riney, and then that one, a little bit of miscommunication there as North Oakland going to call a timeout. They're down 2, 8:49 left. And again, not much you can do if you're Owen Fulcher getting stuck on these breakaways. They've been going glove side on him a lot. He, as a baseball player, has that tendency to sort of move the body away from the glove and just try to go strictly with the glove there. Sort of same thing, sort of slid away from it, beat him glove side. But again, not much you can do when that's two straight breakaways for the number 1 and 2 scorer on Downriver. Cousino, 21 goals, 16 assists. Henry Vina, 16 goals, 10 assists. Just really not a lot you can do as a goalie. That's one of those where you sort of look up at the defenseman in front of you, give him a little bit of a shrug and say, well, not much you can do there. And that's just sort of what's been biting the Eagles all season is they'll play really good stints and then out of nowhere they'll just have some sort of lazy play or a undisciplined couple of minutes of hockey, and then that digs them down into a ditch that they have trouble getting out of. As here comes Cousino with a break, able to knock him away from that are the Eagles, but Benny O'Dowd tried passing that one up ahead, picked off by Petarka, and going to be an icing. So both players previously in the penalty box are out now after serving some offsetting penalties. So face off to the left of Calhoun. If you're the Eagles, you probably need to get one on this possession to try and get a little bit of something started. As that one backdoor, Leroy is stonewalled by Calhoun. That one sent way down. Tipped aside, Dollar going to race against Cousino. Off the boards, but right onto the stick of Wasner. Wasner fans on that. Taken by Sanchez. Sanchez plays it off the net to himself. Nice move there. But another lazy pass. Now out in front. Good stick lift from Benny O'Dowd. As that's dumped in. Now O'Dowd holding. Has some room to skate. Works in. Sends a shot in. Loose. And now covered by Calhoun. Good shot placement there from O'Dowd. Trying to go far side. Low on Calhoun. Again, some juicy rebounds being led up by the Downriver goaltender. Fortunately, no one there in front of the net for the Eagles, so it all goes to naught. Eagles trail by 2, just under 8 minutes left here in the third. I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Your home for live NDP sports is that one covered by Calhoun. Faceoff going to go right back where it was. But again, we're starting to reach the end of the winter sports season. Updates on broadcasts will come straight from the Instagram that I have tagged below. As London steps into one. That one saved by Calhoun, now onto the stick of Favaro. Favaro looking out in front. Poulton works in, now steps back. Misfires, taken away. And that one fired off. A little bit of friendly fire there. As that one looking for Poulton just out of his reach. Played up off the boards, gonna go down for an icing. So now Downriver starting to play a little bit sloppy. We'll see if the Eagles can capitalize here. Again, looked like Wallace just ripped that one straight off of his teammate Brant Gadberry's ankle. A place that if you're a skater has zero padding. So that one's gonna hurt. Face off to the right of Calhoun. That one taken by Everhard. Now looking out in front, nobody home. And Wasner under a little bit of trouble now, taken back. And now loose in front. Cousino grabs that one and stretches that one up ahead. Voss chases and gonna go down for an ice. So another thing, just sort of the scouting report with the sort of bad penalty Cousino took. He also, not only is he the leading scorer for Downriver, he's also leading them in penalty minutes. He's got 53 on the season. Granted, I'm pretty sure if you added all of the Downriver penalty minutes up, they'd still be less than the top 3 North Oakland players combined. So that says a lot. It's now sent over for Perkins. Perkins works in. Sidesteps 2 hits. Going out in front, trailing man. That shot is tipped up and over. Now loose in front, batted towards the corner, Cousino. Bad pass taken away by Everhard. Now up ahead, Jackson Hill. 1-on-1, works in, poked away. Now another bad pass. Cousino works in, blockered away. Big save there from Owen Fulcher. So time's starting to run out for the Eagles. If you want to get a comeback here on senior night, you got to do it fast. So again, senior goalies splitting time, both from Notre Dame Prep. Julius Livernoy got the first period. Owen Fulcher with the second and third. They both had some pretty solid games. Again, Fulcher just kind of getting stuck with some bad plays. As here comes O'Dowd, works towards the middle. That one's saved, rebound taken. Leroy looking in front of the net, penalty upcoming. And looks like it's gonna be a slash. We'll see who it's on. That's gonna be a slash on number 8, Brant Gadberry. So all right, we got power play opportunity. 6 minutes left in the game. Mikey Leroy gonna head off. And as much as I like Mikey, I think he's a great player, plays with a lot of heart. I do think that's the right decision. You need someone who's just gonna be willing to sit and put your power play 1 unit out, as that's London. London sends a shot in, saved. Rebound is loose. I mean, Rodriguez getting held pretty hard there. No call. Poulton gonna take it out of his own end. Drops it off for O'Dowd. O'Dowd up ahead to London. London gaining some speed now down the near side board. C-cuts, looking in front. Nobody there. He's gonna spin, running straight into the hacksaw there though. Drops that down. Rodriguez out in front, held in by Benny O'Dowd. Bit of a chaotic bounce there, able to keep that one in, give the Eagles some more possession as that one loose in front and scored! Aiden London cashes in on the chaos. Eagles back within 1. Good play there, good awareness from Aiden London to just hammer away at that. Calhoun couldn't get a good vision on it, looking through a sea of skates. Eagles put themselves back within one with 5:12 remaining. So again, comeback still very much possible here. Although Petrarca wins that one. Getting around, looking out in front, stonewalled by London. Dollar up. Sends that down. Loose in the corner. Archie gonna battle for it. Drops his stick. Cousino turns the corner. Taken away. Favaro. Able to get it just out. Delayed offsides upcoming. Onto the stick of Poulton. Poulton working his way in. Tries cutting towards the middle. Knocked away. Now battling in the corner. Nolan Poulton on senior night. Makes a nice physical play there. Now into the stick of Favaro. Favaro looking back door for Poulton. Wasner able to get his stick in the passing lane. Wasner blows a tire. Poulton towards the middle. Steps in that shot. Off the post. Just out.
Oh, that was in. That was all back line. It looked like it was. Yeah.
I don't think so. The back pipe does have padding on it, so I don't think it would have bounced out that hard. Plus, I did hear a bit of a ring.
I was thinking.
Ooh. So good opportunity for the Eagles. They're going to keep their ones out there. Try to keep that pressure on. That face-off one back to O'Dowd. O'Dowd out in front. Kicked away by Calhoun. Leroy. I mean, the thing is, he goes for a lot of really fancy things as there comes the Eagle. Oh, my goodness. Apologies, got lost for words there. And now penalty upcoming. Is now out in front. Eagles trying to clear off the mask of Fulcher. And a penalty upcoming, and I believe that's going to be on Mikey Leroy. Again, it just sort of comes down to, I was saying it before the breakout, he tries to make a lot of unnecessary flair in his plays. Very fortunate that that breakaway caused by his attempt at that sort of spin backhand pass didn't completely cost him. They're now going to go on the penalty kill. With 3:48 left, just, again, lack of discipline. He's now, I believe, up to 90 penalty minutes on the season. A lot of things to clean up as that one blockered away by Fulcher. Now on the stick. Cousino. Offsides. So the Eagles got to kill this off. Maybe they can sort of get a taste of their own medicine and go score a shorthanded goal. Anything is possible, really, but it's going to be something Eagles need to get a little bit of something here. If they can kill this penalty, that would be huge for some momentum. That stretch pass. Over for Vina. Vina puts on the brakes, looking to over the middle. Has Cousino. That pass just a little bit ahead of him. Cousino drops that one off. One-timer fanned on. Dangerous play covered by Fulcher. Sort of as lacrosse goalies, and my cameraman Joe Lancy can sort of attest to this. The main thing you teach, you just got to be patient on that shot because you never know that, especially in hockey when the ice can be uneven. You got people with sticks on the ground in front. That puck can hit anything and take a weird bounce. So you really want to make sure that you're being patient, letting that puck come to you, and then moving towards it. As Warden runs out of angle there. Minute 15 left on the power play. That's up top for Perkins. Perkins. Back down for Warden. Warden out in front. That one tipped off a stick and out. Minute 8 left in the power play. 2:55. Time starting to wind down for the Eagles. Well, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it right now, but pulling Fulcher is definitely something that could be on the mind of head coach Button. That one sent out. Cousino sidesteps and drops that off for Warden. Now back down for Cousino. Cousino getting pestered. Holds it up top. Down to Warden. Warden Deeks underneath. Favaro steps in there, going to try to disrupt if he can. Whiffs on that. So now good opportunity as Vina winds up a one-timer, misses that. And now Petrarca battling behind the net with Archie, and Vina going to come out with the puck. Vina up top for Cousino. Cousino sidesteps, sends a shot in, blockered away off the stick of Fulcher, and another save. So 31 seconds left on the penalty to Mikey Leroy. Faceoff is going to be to the right of Fulcher, and sort of something that I'm seeing comparing this game to the Allen Park game, he seems a lot more jumpy. His save motions are more like him springing outwards, less of him moving himself towards the puck. As that shot tipped out in front, now loose in front and snatched away by Fulcher. There's a lot of opportunities for Downriver right now. Eagles really have been sitting in their own zone this whole time. That face-off one back. Poulton sends that up off the boards, takes a fortuitous bounce, and Rodriguez gonna race after Cousino, try to disrupt and get that puck. Cousino spins into the skates of Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez goes down, and Cousino holds. Poulton, nice move, knocks that puck away. Now gonna skate backwards. 4 seconds. Mikey Leroy is out now. Poulton chips that up. Not sure what the move was there. Is that one taken by Petrarca? But London with it now. And a penalty. You have got to be kidding me. Well, that really seems like it might ice it. Nolan Poulton heading to the penalty box for an interference. Looks like timeout called by Downriver. They're going to go over what their plan is. Again, they have the man opportunity. They have the lead. It's going to be difficult, especially with high schoolers and the lack of discipline that a lot of high school hockey teams have. But I'm looking at the possibility of maybe you set up 5 guys in your own zone and just have them sort of do triangle passing and just bleed as much clock as they can out. Again, one of the best forecheckers on the team, Nolan Poulton, in the penalty box now. So if I had to guess, the lines for the Eagles going to be Rodriguez, Sanchez, London, O'Dowd, and Favaro. That'd be my best guess. And again, just sort of frustration is evident on that North Oakland bench. It's a team that has so much talent, but just time and time again aren't able to come out with a W. And on the penalty kill with 1:34 left, with how your previous penalty kill went, it's looking like Downriver might ice this one. Again, I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. It's that face-off to the left of Fulcher. Tied up and shipped out, but held in. But now Sanchez with a takeaway, loses it in his skates. O'Dowd now working across, and they call an offside, but Sanchez was pushed off sides. I don't understand how you don't call that an interference. You call Poulton for running into a guy that he wasn't even looking at, and then now Sanchez is pushed off sides, and there's no call. That one confuses me. That's one that, again, I'm just going to be scratching my head at that one. I'm not sure why there wasn't a call there. It feels like it definitely warranted one. As the Eagles just trying to forecheck the life out of this game as that stretch pass up ahead. Fulcher going to let it go to the side. Stifles that short angle shot into the skates of London, now around. O'Dowd going to bring it up. Got a minute left. Although losing control of that, Sanchez trying to poke away, get something going here. Back onto the stick of London. Now over to O'Dowd. O'Dowd Off the boards, up ahead, Rodriguez. Down the short side, loses handle on that. Sanchez able to take it. Soaks a hit, puck on the boards, taken away by Cousino. Extra skater on for North Oakland. As Cousino falls down. Now 30 seconds left. Archie, that pass through the skates of Sanchez. Eagles got a forecheck here. That one up ahead to Cousino. Cousino makes the move, sidesteps, has an open net, and ices that one. And looks like Aiden London has just been sent to the penalty box, if not ejected. And with 14.8 seconds left, it's like the North Oakland Eagles are going to drop another one, falling today 6-4 to Downriver. Again, I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's coverage. You can catch us later this month when we get back from midwinter break. We'll be covering some games. And that'll be all she wrote here at Detroit Skate Club. Again, Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next one.